and the challenges they face in the field of education. Yeah, and we will also discuss how technology, creativity, and innovation influence their teaching career as well as their perspective on educational future and remote learning. Yes, Pipa. Our reporter is already on location to conduct the interview. Let's take a closer at this inspiring professional journey. Stay with us.
So we already have the location where we will interview our interviewee. So let's go. So here we are with our interviewee. So let's start the interview. So first, what is your full name?
Okay, my name is Mahatma Rizal Ahmad. You can call me Rizal.
And then could you tell us about your educational background?
Okay, so I started from like other people. Like I started from kindergarten, elementary school, junior, senior, high, and to going to college. But I only tell you about my educational background mainly in the college. I was a student of Universitas Islam Negeri Antasari Banjarmasin, the Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teachers, and the major is English Education Department.
Okay, and then can you tell us about your career path and your teaching goals?
Okay. So you ask about career path or my goals as a teacher. So I think I started my career at from 2020, where I started from SMA in Banjarmasin until now, and then I think I choose to become a teacher because I think every students need to improve their English skills. And then my goal is to make every student uh, be able to speak English because right now we know that English is the most used language in the world. How do we communicate with each other from different countries, from different nations, from different cultures? They started to speak in English. Even they speak in their main language. And English is the second language, and English I think is very useful to communicate with each other, even though we are from different countries.
Alright, thank you. And then, what are your personal strengths as an English teacher?
Okay. I think to become a teacher is a very hard decision, and also English, mainly in English, because every students always say that English is very hard. Maybe as you know, as you experience, because you all of you and also me are students. So I think the most important is to create the basic first. So I personally maybe always improving at my basic skills, mainly in English, like communication, like skills like how to improve as a teacher, and also how to educate students to make them love. No, not only love, but also very love in English. So English is very lovable.
Alright. And then, how do you communicate with your students and colleagues at school?
Okay. Not so many students currently be able to speak English, but in several occasions, mainly when I met with the students, I try to speak slow and clear because they always try to translate what we want to say. Then I think it will understandable if we try to speak clearly, and then we try to communicate like we are using English in daily life. Also, I also always communicate with my principal because she is very good in English, and she always greet with me with "Good morning, Mr. Zamari," every morning. And then she always asks me or give me a task about Mr. Rizal, can you please help the students to improve their English skills? And also, I think it's still very possible to improve the student skills, but they need to be more. I think they need to commit to study English because English is not easy, and then English is not really hard also, but also English is very fun to learn. I think because my experience about maybe 10 more than 10 years I study about English.
And then, how your communication skills help you to achieve your teaching goals and why?
Okay, first of all, most teachers needs some environment, and mainly about because I'm an English teacher, I need to have an environment with another English teacher. Then, because I still have a communication with my friends, so many friends that they are the former students of English education department, and then I think we always try to communicate each other by using English, and also my principal also ask me with every questions by using English. So I think how I can reach the goals is to study with them because they have so many experience and they have more skills than me. So I think I always think that I need to learn more and more and more.
Alright, that's nice. And then, how do you maintain your teaching work and responsibility as a teacher?
Okay. I think because you are a teacher, you need to have one principle. Because I always have a one principle that every student can be able to speak. So I think they need to always study. Then for me as a teacher, as a responsibility, I always give them so many information. Like right now, we know that the issues about TKA, as you know recently, TKA in English is very hard because they have less time to study, and also my students is still going back to PKL, and then they only have 2 months to study English, and also from the government we still not have what is the materials of TKA English. So the government, I think we need to assign more English teacher because English teacher in government, because English teacher in government is still possible to improve not only about education but also about English. So my goals is also because I also continue my study in postgraduate. So I think I want to manage them after I graduate from postgraduate studies. Yes.
Okay. And then the next is, how do you solve problems when difficulty appears in your teaching process?
Okay. teaching process, right? How to analyze the problem, yeah? How to solve the problem, okay. Okay, first of all, yes.
Yes.
Every teachers need to be analyze what the students need. Then we cannot say that all students are smart, or in Indonesia we can say jago in English. Then I think they need to more responsible about English. Then I try to tell them at the first meeting of the class that English is not hard. You need to learn like another subject, like you like to study math or biology, chemistry, and etc. I think they need to put English at the same position, because if you put any kind of subject at the level of hard, it will be hard. If you put the subject at the easy level, it will be easier for yourself.
It's like you want to manifest it, right?
Yes.
Yes. Alright. And then, what opportunity and challenges do you face as an English teacher?
The students who say, I'm sorry if I say in Indonesian or English, ulun kada bisa bahasa Inggris. That's really hard. Maybe all of you, because you are the students of English department. So you will meet the students like that, because before we started, they already said like that. It's really hard for the teacher. Like you need to learn it first, and then you can say that it is hard or not. So I think the mindset of the students is really hard to change.
Thank you. And then, what skills are required to be a professional English teacher today?
Because English teacher is also need basic skills. Yeah. We need a bit the basic skills in English. It's really important. Then you need to be more communicative, even to the students, even to the college. And then I think you need to be more responsibility, because students in this era is really hard to study, maybe because they are so lazy, because English is not important. They think that English is really not really important at all. They want to be more skillful in another subject. So I think it's very hard to improve, but it's still able to improve.
Alright, and then, what do you think is the impact of technology on your teaching field?
Okay, technology is really helpful for me, because as you know, artificial intelligence is really important. Also, I learned it about from the postgraduate studies about the artificial intelligence, that it is really helpful for me to teach English. The most part of artificial intelligence, which we said we got talk about technology, the most use that I always really like because of artificial intelligence is it really helpful for me to make a simple material, because students don't really like so much materials. They need to be more simple, more understandable, and more fun, because English, I think, can be more fun if you are a creative teacher. And then I think you need to be more you need to be more responsible about artificial intelligence. It can be helpful. So
and so it cannot help you so much because we can say that artificial intelligence is not the human brain, because human brain is unlimited, but the artificial intelligence is still limited access.
Alright, thank you. And then, do innovation and creativity affect on your teaching process and why?
Yes, we know that a simple thing like a projector is really important because we can present without a marker or whiteboard. There's also many teachers, maybe lecturers right now also using the projector to present their materials. But we need to keep the balance. It means that we can use the projector, but we also need marker and the whiteboard because sometimes what if about electricity?
Suddenly,
Yes, suddenly electricity. We have a class. We need to use our projector, and then why this is electricity or there are no projector in the class? We need to still use marker and whiteboard. So it is we need to keep the balance between the two.
Alright, thank you. And then the next is, what is your perspective about future remote or online teaching in the English educational field?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What is your perspective about future remote or online teaching in English educational field?
Okay, it will be good, I think, because we can teach every person in the world, not only in Banjarmasin but also in the entire world. Because, but I think there is still awareness about how we teach English and how they can understand this, maybe of the signal or anything else that maybe teaching remotely is still important because some of the university right now using a hybrid method, so they study in the classroom, they also study online in class.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, there is Universitas Terbuka, right?
Yes.
Yes, they do the
Hybrid,
teaching.
yeah, hybrid study. Right. Also in my class, we also using hybrid because 2 weeks since last week, I think they use like Google Meeting on Zoom because some of my classmates also not only from Banjarmasin, they are from far and they need to come here every Friday and they went back every after the class. So after the class they need to go back because they still have a responsibility because they are also a teacher. So the remote class is still important. Remote and online class is still important. So we can reach them without make them harder.
And then next is, how do you see yourself in the next 5 until 10 years as an English teacher?
Okay, that's a good question. I think every teacher wants to be a civil servant or PNS in Indonesia. So I hope that I can also reach the same level. But I think even in the 5 or 10 years later, I still want to be a civil servant. I think what I can share with them, what they can implement, is a blessing for me.
Okay, that's all? Alright. And then this is the last question. What motivates you to continue being an English teacher until now?
Okay. I think because I need to share what I know in English. In Al-Quran, in Al-Quran or Hadith, also said that our knowledge is important to share, and we share the knowledge to each other. It's really something that maybe you can share. Even you are dying, they implemented still have been what did it say ibadah like this, yes. So I think it's good and very important to continue as an English teacher.
So that's all the questions for this interview. Thank you for being our interviewing here.
Yeah.
And that's all the interview for today. I will return it to my colleague in the studio.
Okay, thank you to our reporter Rida Syafitri for conducting the interview and bringing us this meaningful report with an English teacher. Yes, from this interview we have very valuable insight into the role of communication skill, creativity and innovation in the teaching profession, along with the challenge and opportunity faced by educators today. Yeah, and we also hope this report can inspire students, future teachers,